It's no secret that Marvel just loves their Easter eggs. You blink too long and you could miss the most important part. So in this video, we will be pointing out all the Easter eggs you might have missed in the Marvel series Moon Knight. Moon Knight aired on March 30th, and ever since it has gathered a fleet of loyal fans. The season finale, which dropped on May 4th, finally answered many burning questions and set the foundation for some new ones. Just to let you know, this video may contain spoilers. Without further ado, here are the Easter eggs and details you missed in Moon Knight. Don't go anywhere because some of these will leave you speechless. Over the years, Marvel has become known for its Easter eggs. At this point, it's almost impossible to watch a Marvel movie or series and not spot something. Some Marvel Easter eggs might have you wagging your fists at Marvel because of how well they are hidden. But in this episode, you'll get to see every Easter egg in the Moon Knight series. Easter egg number 1. The first Easter egg that might have slipped right past you was the Egyptian mythology behind Ammit, the anthropomorphic crocodile goddess that was released by Arthur Harrow. Ammit is a goddess from the ancient Egypt mythology known for judging and devouring evil souls. However, according to ancient Egyptian religion, she has the head of a crocodile, the top side of a lion, and the bottom side of a hippo. In the show, she is depicted as a crocodile and doesn't have the parts of other species. Easter egg number 2, the white limo. A mystery character helps Arthur leave the psychiatric hospital in a white limo that was taken directly from the Moon Knight comics. The 2014 Moon Knight comic series by Warren Ellis, Declan Shalvey, and Jordi Belair features a white limo that is identical to the one we see in the show. When Arthur enters the limo, he finds a rather dapper-looking Khonshu. He is dressed in a white suit that is inspired by the 2016 Moon Knight comic series by Jeff Lemire and Greg Smallwood. As the limo drives away, you can see the vanity plate, which has the letters SPKTR, just like it does in the comics. This vanity plate is a play on Mark's last name, Spectre. Easter egg number 3, Jake Lockley. Jake was the mystery character who helped Arthur leave the psychiatric hospital. The Moon Knight series ends with the death of Arthur Harrow. He is killed by Jake Lockley, Moon Knight's third personality. In the comics, Jake is a cab driver who helps Moon Knight by gathering information from the streets. His job also helps when he's Moon Knight because he also knows the streets of New York really well. Jake is seen in the driver's seat of the white limo, which is a not-so-subtle nod to his job in the comics. This show also gave him his signature hat. Jake is the most violent of the 3 alter egos, so it's highly likely that he's responsible for the times Mark and Steven, his other personality, woke up in less than ideal situations. In episode 3, Mark blacked out, and when he came to, he was surrounded by dead bodies. This is likely the first time Jake took over in the show. The show dialed down Stephen Grant's usually confident character, changing him from a proud billionaire to a nervous museum worker, while it amped up Jake's violent nature. It's also possible that Jake will be getting his own unique Moon Knight suit now that he is Khonshu's avatar. Similar to how Steven takes up the Mr. Knight costume from the comics. If the show gets renewed for a second season, then we'll get to see Jake's suit. Easter egg number 4, Sienkiewicz Psychiatric Hospital. In the final scenes, Arthur is wheeled out of the Sienkiewicz Psychiatric Hospital, which is a tribute to Bill Sienkiewicz, the artist of the Moon Knight comics. Although Bill wasn't the first to create the Moon Knight drawing, he is known for giving the Moon Knight comics its darker, edgier tone. Easter egg number 5, the Scarlet Scarab. The first reference to Layla's future as the Marvel hero, Scarlet Scarab, appears in episode 4. There is a small drawing of a scarab on the bandage Layla has on her finger in the episode. Layla's dad called her Little Scarab when she was a child, and Khonshu also calls her Little Bug, possibly to appeal to her vulnerable side. In the Marvel comics, Scarlet Scarab is known as Abdul Faul, which sounds similar to Layla's last name, El Fauli. Another similar character to Layla who appears in the comics is Marlene. Marlene and Layla both had archaeologist fathers who were killed by mercenaries. Easter egg number 6, Young Mark's bedroom. In the show, Young Mark's bedroom is almost identical to the way it is in the comics, including the race car bed. His room also has a poster of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, which is a reference to Oscar Isaac's role in the Star Wars franchise. There is also a poster which lists Doug Perlin as the lead actor in a film. This name is a combination of Doug Monek and Don Perlin, the creators of Moon Knight. The poster also references Timely Atlas Studios as the presenter of the film, which is a nod to Timely Comics and Atlas Comics. Both companies have been vital to Marvel Comics over the years. Easter egg number 7, the Disney Universe. The Moon Knight series does a good job of making subtle references to the larger Disney universe. In the first episode, Steve notices that his one-finned fish friend Gus was replaced with a fish that had 2 fins. When he asks the lady in charge of the pet store about it, she makes a reference to Finding Nemo. Another Disney reference was made by Grant when Arthur corners him in the museum and talks to him about Amit and her avatar. Grant makes a reference to the 2009 Avatar movie by James Cameron. Grant also references The Simpsons neighbor Ned Flanders in episode 5. Easter egg number 8, broken glass. Here's another Easter egg that probably flew under your radar. In episode 1 of the series, Arthur pours broken glass into his shoes. This scene was created by Ethan Hawke, but could also be a reference to Arthur's rather sick profession in the comics. He was originally a scientist who experimented on human beings to gauge the level of pain they could handle. Easter egg number 9, Dutchamp, aka Frenchie. Jean-Paul Dutchamp is a friend and personal pilot of Mark Spector, and a fan favorite of many Moon Knight comic fans. Mark calls him Frenchie because he has served in the French Legion. In the Moon Knight series, Steve finds a burner phone with several missed calls from Layla and a few calls from Dutchamp. Hopefully, this brief name drop means the character will be appearing in the second season of the show. Easter egg number 10, Crawley. The golden statue performer that Steve vents to is credited as Crawley in the credits of the episode. This character appeared in the Moon Knight comics as a homeless man who became one of Moon Knight's most important informants. Easter egg number 11. The 11th and final Easter egg of the show is the QR code in the post-credit scene of the final episode. The Moon Knight series managed to cram several Easter eggs into the last few scenes of the show. The QR code you can see at the back of the psych ward where Arthur Harrow is being held takes you directly to the free Moon Knight comic. The comic, titled Moon Knight Acts of Evil Issue 1 from 2019, depicts a fight between Moon Knight and Kang the Conqueror. Kang's first live-action appearance was in the Loki series, and you can expect to see a more diabolical variant of him in the upcoming Ant-Man movie titled Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. A few other QR codes to free Moon Knight comics appear throughout the series. In episode 5, a QR code can be seen next to Steve Grant in the hospital. Other QR codes appear in episodes 1 and 2 of the series. In episode 1, the QR code is on the wall of the museum where Steve Grant works. This QR code is a link to a free download of Werewolf by Night, number 32. The QR code in the second episode is located outside Mark's storage unit and takes you directly to Werewolf by Night, number 33, which was the second Marvel comic to feature Moon Knight. The Werewolf by Night comics is referred to several times in the series because those were the first comics to feature Moon Knight. In episode 2, Mark's file is listed as number 1975, which was the year Moon Knight appeared for the first time in Werewolf by Night number 32. Another reference to this issue was the double-decker bus with the number 32 on it that can be seen as Mark and Steven are fighting. Other small Easter eggs include Talwaret's boat and Gus's fish tank, which foreshadows its appearance in the later episode. And an advert for the Global Reparation Council, which is a reference to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Easter eggs will forever be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we love every single one of them.